Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Aliens Fireteam Elite, a game that I have been somewhat cautiously looking forward to. I was not expecting much because you never know what you're going to get with a game tied to the Alien franchise. I want it to be good, and I was hoping it would be, and it sounds like it turned out pretty decent. I should mention as well that the developer was nice enough to send me a key for this. Not only that, but a deluxe edition key, which just means it comes with a bunch of cosmetic stuff and a season pass that also only gives you cosmetic stuff. They're having like cosmetic seasons so that the actual level releases will be available to everyone so that we don't, I guess, split up the player base. There was an intro cutscene before I got here after character creation, but I skipped it assuming I'd be able to get it to play again. Unfortunately, it seems that once you're in unless you delete your save. So, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to find that, but otherwise, it's probably not that important. Story is not the main focus here, but we are here aboard the Endeavor, orbiting planet LV-895, where Weyland-Yutani had a secret research facility that went out of control and everybody died, which is covered in a novel that I did read, so I'm somewhat aware of the setting. Here we have our two android buddies. These are your AI bots if you play without other players. It is a 3-person co-op game, which is a little unusual, but you know, it's not the only game to do 3-player co-op. Though it is interesting because it's a game with 4 roles, but only 3 players, so you're always going to be short one of those classes. And speaking of classes, if we pull up the menu here, you can see there's Gunner, which is your normal shooty guy. You got a primary and a shotgun. There are a bunch more weapons, but you have to unlock them, and so far I don't know how that works. So we're going to find out in this video, probably. Demolisher is your smart gun guy. Technician is your sentry gun deploy guy. And Doc is, of course, your medic. Also, one of the things that came with the deluxe edition was these classic uniforms for all the classes, so that they look more like the Marines from Aliens, right down to specific Marines armor with their decorations. But this is the normal Fireteam Elite uniform. And then there's just a black version of all of them, for some reason. But I switched everybody to using the classics, because why not? The other thing that came with that, I don't know if it was the deluxe edition or the pre-order bonus, because, you know, I got that as well, because it's a developer key. So that came with Hicks's shotgun, the Heirloom Standoff, which I'm not using because it kind of looks like it's worse in most ways. Fires a little faster, reloads a little faster, and does a tiny bit more weak point damage and a tiny bit more stagger. Maybe we should use that just, you know, for the sake of it. Also, I like that they just let you fire here in the lobby. Got a Cheyenne dropship. Though I don't remember them having these, like, pintle-mounted machine guns. Maybe this is an upgraded version. Still got the rocket pods, though. Alright, so I guess we talk to these folks over here.
You think if bugs drooled in their sleep, they wake up stuck to the floor? Actually, do they ever sleep?
I'm not sure why they went with this close-up profile if they don't actually, like, speak. They just stare at you.
Shake the cryo-freeze off, Marine. We got woke by a distress call. A Dr. Tim Hoenikker sent a mayday from an orbital refinery. Situation ain't clear, but on the outer rim, there's always a chance of Xenomorphs.
And Hoenikker is one of the protagonists of the novel.
Board the station, find Hoenikker, and extract him. Staff Sergeant Herrera will be the voice in your ear. She'll guide you, warn you of enemy movements, and provide support. Might want to talk to Herrera before you deploy.
By which I mean, you're gonna have to talk to her before I'll let you play. Alright, where's she at? Oh, right here.
Hey, we didn't get a chance to brief earlier. Short version, while you're on the tip of the spear, I'll be in the dropship with LTCO running Overwatch and eating my abuela's cookies.
This is also, this facility that we're going into is one that was developing Xenomorph acid-resistant marine armor.
You listen to what I say, I'll get your ass out in the smallest possible number of pieces. And you can have a cookie. You got any questions? Now's the time.
She's really got a thing for cookies. What kind of ship is this? Give me the exact specs for nerd credit.
Did the pendejos at the recruit depot give you any briefing? Or they just kick your ass into cryo and call it a day? The Endeavor's a Tianjin-class assault ship, cutting edge of the United America's fleet. Built at Welch's Station, commissioned in 2194.
Yeah, so I guess these are newer than the Conestoga class from Aliens.
Remember the old Conestoga attack transports from the 70s? Well, we're about 3 times the size. More self-sufficient, more amenities, bigger guns.
And yet, still probably no crew. Weird how empty these ships are.
Hell no, I'll be in the platoon TAC Ops Center running shit by remote. Better me than some butterbar come mierda fresh out of OCS, huh? Usually I'm in a dropship on Overwatch. When we ain't got air superiority, I'm dirt side in an APC. When things have really gone to shit, I'll be in a foxhole brushing dirt off a laptop with one hand and shooting with the other. Point is, I run ranged sensors and tech support for you. For anything I can't handle, I call Esther. Our battalion synthetic, an android. She's a medical corpsman, science advisor, electronic warfare tech, and MFLC. That's a military and family life counselor. Fancy way to say she listens if you got issues.
Man, did Bishop do that too?
While we're in the freezers for long trips, Esther and Endeavor's mother computer keep the ship running. She doesn't normally deploy, but we get her on the radio to solve problems.
Okay, so this is something that was bothering me because, you know, I was recording my LP of Alien Isolation recently, and they changed mother to just spelled out mother, but here, this is how it was spelled in Alien, if I remember correctly. So I wonder why they changed that in Alien Isolation.
You and me both. Let's do this.
Alright, so I'm not sure if these are just single levels, or if these are, like, multi-level kind of campaign things. I think they might be single levels that are just fairly long. Alright. So respond to a distress call from Katanga refinery, locate and extract Dr. Timothy Hoenikker, a Weyland-Yutani scientist. His safety is in your hands. So, the Katanga refinery was something that Weyland-Yutani towed from another planet once it got infested with Xenomorphs so that they would have a constant supply to experiment on. The idea being that they would leave the station in orbit and they could just fly up there, grab a couple eggs, and fly down. But unsurprisingly, it got out of control. Also, there's supposed to be another Marine ship docked to the station that never left. Priority 1, ingress. Okay, yeah, so it looks like there's 3 missions for this first, like, chapter. Fireteam, this is a rescue mission. You're boarding Katanga, a derelict orbital refinery. Ingress is via the forward airlock. You'll locate, secure, and evac Dr. Tim Hoenikker, a Weyland-Yutani scientist. Mount up, people. Recommended combat rating 150. Well, mine is apparently 155. Okay, so difficulty. I've heard this game actually can get pretty tough, which is surprising considering it goes all the way up to insane. I'm just going to try it on standard first, see how this goes. Enemies are highlighted when aiming down sights. Don't really need that. Plenty of time to revive down teammates. Each player can be revived up to 4 times. Synthetic teammates are effective enough to complete missions. Synthetic teammates are not recommended. Max ammo reduced. Less revive time. Can only be revived 3 times. More damage, more health. Xenomorph acid is deadlier. So it sounds like the Xenomorph acid is actually a thing. I had felt initially when they were showing off this game that it was just not going to be like a real issue. Which it should be. You know, it is one of the reasons they're so dangerous, because even if you kill them, they're still going to get you splashed with acid. Kind of tempted to play on intense first. We'll do standard. I just want to actually finish a mission. Challenge cards. So these are just like, you know, you can add optional modifiers to the mission. And get more experience. Some of them are actually just like straight up buffs. They're just like, oh, you do extra damage, but you don't get any bonuses for that. So it's like, okay, that's great if you just want to finish a mission. So, it says matchmaking public. I'm just wondering, do I hit launch and then it matchmakes? Because I know that there is no drop in, drop out, which is definitely a problem they have to fix, because if someone leaves mid-mission, then you're just stuck with a bot until you either quit out or, you know, finish it. There's no joining in progress. Alright, so I'm going to launch this. I think we should queue up. Yeah, here in the lobby. Also, hopefully it doesn't just, like, match me with someone who's already finished this 4 times.
Fireteam, this is a rescue mission. You're boarding Katanga, a derelict orbital refinery. Ingress is via the forward airlock. You'll locate, secure, and evac Dr. Tim Hoenikker, a Weyland-Yutani scientist. So mount up, people.
Alright, their combat rating isn't much higher. This one's new, this one's not. Not gonna select the challenge card for the first mission. Kind of looks a lot like the Sevastopol from here, just the 3 pillars. Also gonna have to check if push to talk is on, because I don't want to talk to people.
We got a ping on Dr. Hoenikker's personal data transmitter. He's not far in. First, we need a deck plan. Pull one off a terminal and chlorine extraction. Huh. Just emergency lights.
I don't even know if there is
Maybe we
actually
can kick
voice
the
chat in
backup
this.
power after we grab Hoenikker.
Hopefully not.
Patch into the console. I'll pull it down over wireless. Give me a second. I got a deck plan. Backup generator is beyond Hoenikker's ping. We can kick it after we grab him. Our men should be in the junction ahead. Hoenikker, this is the Colonial Marines. You hearing me?
It's very dark in here, which is good.
Acid damage. Not encouraging. Continue your sweep.
Also, since this is the refinery, we'll probably be running into working Joes as well as combat synthetics. So only about half the enemies in this game are Xenomorphs. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else there is.
Get hot.
Alright, motion tracker on the bottom right.
Don't lock up. Way more than I expected. Signal from behind.
Alright, so that was Exploder there.
Where are they coming from? Mierda, I didn't expect so many. Hey, on the deck, Hoenikker's PDT chip. He cut it out. But why?
I actually couldn't remember if he cut it out in the novel or not. I think that was somebody else. Oh, an ammo crate?
Doors
Oh,
welded
that's
shut.
Vault.
Sloppy work. Guess Hoenikker went this way.
Hear that?
I mean, I like the motion tracker on the HUD, but I do feel like the stuff on the left is maybe too big. Obligatory, I like to keep this handy for close encounters. Alright, so that's sealed.
Hey, I got an idea how to track down Hoenikker. Searching this whole barge would take too long. Movement. Tell you my idea later.
So yeah, they seem like they kind of just come straight at you on this difficulty. Also, this is something that people were complaining about in the preview builds, but the guns are a little quiet. I feel like they just need a little bump.
I don't recognize this morph!
Alright, this thing still takes a while to reload. Oop, spitter.
The exits are sealed. By Hoenikker, probably. Release the locks.
So do I have 1,500 health by
I'm
default?
thinking we can track the doctor using station logs.
Grabbing ammo.
There's a data line just starboard of your position.
Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound.
Xenos! Lots of Xenos!
Also, it'd probably be nice if we could turn off that kill marker. But maybe that's a difficulty thing as well. Oop, big boy. Yeah, so the acid is definitely not as dangerous here as it was in AVP 2. Oh, you can roll. I didn't even know that. I haven't even used my abilities yet. My class abilities.
Transfer rolling. It's a damn big file.
Oh, that's a drone. So that's the classic big boy.
I'll get Esther analyzing that. She's our battalion synthetic. Keep moving aft.
I don't know if there's a ping.
Get eyes on this.
Oh, okay, there is. So I can warn people.
Incoming target.
I think you saw that one modifier I had where there's always one of these active.
We got incoming. Grabbing ammo.
So I like that the drone is actually pretty tough. He's like your sneaky boy.
Rearm me.
Alright, now I should use my health
Patching
kit.
up.
I assume Doc is capable of healing a lot more than just one health kit's worth. Uh-oh.
Never run into an acid-spitting morph.
I've run into an unfortunate bug where I can no longer shoot, or aim, or do anything.
While Lester reviews the data, you can get the power-up. Dynamo room's just ahead.
I can switch weapons, but I can't shoot, I can't reload, as it says at the bottom there. That's great. Maybe if I get downed, I'll be able to fix it.
Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound.
Nope, still can't do anything. Weird. I feel like the roll is what broke it.
Nice.
Like if I hit right click, the cursor comes up, I can't shoot.
It's just a flesh wound. 8 kids here.
Yeah, I don't think there's even a text chat, so I can't just tell them, like, I need to die.
Grabbing ammo.
I can't open this. Yeah, I can't interact with anything, so I am now useless.
Sentry deployed.
Control Oh, that works. Okay, I'm fixed. I just had to take cover. That fixed it. Glad that's not a permanent bug.
Spinning this up is gonna make noise, vibration, heat, whatever bugs key off, they'll catch it. This thing's been idle a long while. It's gonna take time to... Movement!
So he put up a sentry, but they can be destroyed, and they run out of ammo. Wait, can you hip fire? Oh, you can hip fire. That's cool.
There.
Dynamo just finished
Alright,
injecting...
so that was like the
lubricant.
hunter that pounces you. I'm gonna open this crate.
H2 feeds just connected. Getting there. Big damn signal here.
Stay frosty.
Oh, that's a warrior.
Just about to kick power
Doesn't have the
to
right head
main.
crest, though, really. I'm not sure if these little guys are runners or not. I assume they are from their quadrupedal stance and
Nice.
fragility.
We'll send a follow-up engineering team to get that mess fixed proper.
Alright, I gotta remember that I have
Heading aft
grenades.
toward the core.
What does this do? Oh, that's the thing that makes them shoot faster. So this affects everybody, not just me. Whoop. He'll be back. So yeah, you definitely have to take this game slower, I think, with the higher difficulties, but on standard, you just kind of walk through.
We got another swarm brewing. Break out the heavy shit. This is gonna get spicy.
You also have a 50 cal pistol. Oh, I hear big footsteps. There we go, so that's my rapid fire overclock.
I have completed my analysis. 2 weeks ago, the mainframe on Deck 41 was accessed, I believe by Dr.
There they
Hoenikker.
are.
Marines, head to the core lift. Big freight elevator goes all the way up the main tower.
Alright, so it is worth looking around, because you find, like, unlocks. But yeah, this is a game that you're meant to play the same stuff dozens of times to unlock a bunch of stuff. Which is typical for these kinds of co-op games. At least today. Not so much when Left 4 Dead came out. Where's that other crate? Nah, I think it's forward.
Hear that?
On your toes, Fireteam. On the flank.
So yeah, obviously if I was playing with friends instead of randoms, I would be going through this slower, but nope. This is another thing. If you get pounced, you can actually escape from it, but the difficulty actually determines how hard that is to do. And you take damage during it. However, I will also say that the developers were pretty kind in giving me 2 extra keys to give to friends. Not deluxe keys, just regular keys, but I gave it to 2 of my friends, so I'm going to play with them probably like tomorrow. But I wanted to go into this first with just randoms.
Incoming target.
Did I just teleport for a second? Oh boy, oh boy. At least they don't explode on contact.
I'm gonna shortcut you through the refinery core. You'll get a nice view, too. You're welcome.
I'm very low on ammo.
Grabbing ammo.
And it does seem like this has randomly spawning enemies. It's not just like, this is the part where the enemies spawn every time.
When we reach Hoenikker, we're gonna have to ID by his blood or by his teeth. I got a pool running. I'd say test the echo, but, you know, bugs.
I guess this is the reactor?
Got some big internal leaks. Never a good sign in space.
Look at them sneaking up behind us.
Look at this.
Nearly there. You still good, Marines? We don't find this guy alive, I'm gonna kill him.
I like too that you can see which way your teammates are facing on the
That's the lift.
motion
Entrance
tracker.
on the far side.
Oh, I accidentally switched to grenade. Okay, so they can open these doors, but we can't. So there was one back here. I should probably heal.
Same deal as the generator. Expect little friends to pop out all over when this turns on.
Incendiary rounds.
Elevator
Sentry
17
gun.
decks up. It'll take a while to show.
Rearming.
Set up a perimeter, then hit the call button.
Patching up.
Sentry's ready to go.
Alright, so I picked up a sentry. Or like a mini sentry?
All my boards just lit up. Brace for it, Marines.
Okay, so those incendiaries activated automatically.
Attention, left.
I guess the reason they give you mini sentries is so that the tech sentry is actually worthwhile.
Center column, not a spitter.
Might as well use this ability since it has a pretty short cooldown.
Right flank in the duct. Just another minute. You got this.
So the warriors are about the same height as the drones, and they're meant to look just as intimidating. Now there's our daily quest. "25 seconds.
'Into the elevator. Haul ass, Marines.
Where is the elevator?" Oh, in the middle.
Enjoy the ride, Marines. Next stop, Hoenikker. Or his corpse, whatever.
Alright, so that was, fairly straightforward. And yeah, we unlocked a submachine gun, a mod, 50 rep script, and requisition credits. I assume there's a store, but I didn't see it. I guess you have to return to base? I'm just curious if people are going to stick around for a mission, or if it's like you do one section and then you drop out. I will say that the Endeavor looks a lot more like a Halo ship by this point than a Aliens ship. Alright, so do I set this? Hoenikker is somewhere up on Katanga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
Hoenikker is somewhere up on Katanga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
So it looks like you hold on to your consumables that you pick up so you can bank them. Do we want a challenge card? So these green ones are all like buffs for you, I think? No, maybe not. I thought these were all buffs, but yeah, it seems like some of them are and some of them aren't. Like this one. It's weird though, because you'd think playing with randoms, they could really screw you with these cards. I was debating it, but honestly I don't want to use those because they are single use, as far as I can tell. So we'll do another mission and then we'll look at what I can unlock. But I think I'll enjoy playing through this. You know, I'm not super picky. I don't need my games to be completely polished to enjoy them. Especially not when it's co-op stuff like this.
Hoenikker, you out there? Staff Sergeant Herrera, Colonial Marines. He's in a radio dead zone. Patch into the local network.
Yeah, I guess you can search all these side areas for crates. Is that one right there? I hear hissing. Coming from possibly above. I like how these are the same vents from alien isolation. Oh. Hey, boys.
You see this?
Hoenikker, you read?
Yeah, a lot clearer. Listen, to get to me, you'll have to go through the network security room.
Is there anything else in here? Oh, this just goes in a circle. I imagine that all of these levels are a corridor, though.
Overrides and network security up in the ops center.
But then again, sci-fi corridors is pretty alien.
Did you hear explosions just now?
Nothing to worry about. We're professionals.
Somebody take the gear.
Grabbing ammo.
Ooh. Dragon fruit color.
Who wants the gear? Get eyes on this.
Oh, I thought I could just climb up here. Wait, how do you get up here? Oh, you gotta go around.
Rearming. Redeployed. Grabbing ammo.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I can see you on my monitors now. Wait! Xenomorphs! Heading to you!
Let us handle
Hardened
it.
electroshock sentry. Just noticed that as I turned around on the radar.
On your right flank.
Yeah, a little late on that one. I guess back against this wall is probably the safest spot because they have to come towards you
Wow.
no matter what.
Our fight in
Hey,
Palo
kid, over
Station
here.
went very differently. Sorry. Have you seen a gray striped xenomorph?
Striped? No.
Have you been down to the surface? Did you make any arrests?
We can't discuss operations on an open channel, Doc.
Right.
Grabbing ammo.
Yeah, of course.
I'm actually curious if that xenomorph is going to come back up again, because that was the thing from the novel. A very specific xenomorph that is still alive by the end. Honestly, with the way the book ends, I'm surprised Hoenekker's still alive. It also feels like this game should have voice commands, so you can be like, need help here, or, you know, thanks, or anything like that.
Patching up.
Acid on the deck. Your work, Doc.
They've been trying to get at me. I rigged the pipes.
I don't know what those green dots are. Oh, it's specials.
A mechanical failure in the door.
There's 2 more on the radar right now. I think one of them's a drone.
Exploding Xenos. That just beats everything.
Well, they still died to bullets, Doc. Marines, cut the door.
Can I get over this? No, that's just a spawn hole. So yeah, this seems alright so far. Again, it's not super polished or, you know, a cinematic stealth experience like Alien Isolation.
Yeah, well, Seegson used to own Katanga. In front! And behind!
Okay, that side's clear. Like, I do kind of want to stop and look at everything, because there's a lot of density to the level design here that I'm kind of missing, just because I've got to focus on shooting.
So, the halls between you and me are 120
Incoming
below
targets.
0, so... You'll have to cut the refrigerant to reach me. It broke the valve.
Yeah, I guess
Tossed
I
the
might as
wheel
well
in a
heal.
side room. Sorry.
Grabbing it. Take it here.
Are we supposed to be sealing the doors, or just looking for the valve? That weird little, like, skitter they do when you hit them. Oh. Alright, a valve is not in here.
Ammo case.
Oh wait, it's not an ammo case, that's
Yeah, that's
a
it.
valve.
Just attach it to the valve in the pump room.
I do imagine that it'll actually be hard to see some of these ones sneaking around when you don't have the outlines on, because they do kind of blend in, as they're supposed to.
Great. Now your lungs won't freeze on the way in. In theory.
It's already getting red hot in there. Move fast, fire team.
Incoming stairs.
What if there's ever a point where you should actually leave a sentry behind
You're banging in the ducts.
just to cover your back?
Big ones! Is that... No strikes. God.
So you don't get the option to shake them off, but it's because they only hit you 3 times. Alright, time to retreat. Oh. Never mind, they're still coming from behind us.
On the left! From the ducts!
Patching up.
Well, that was close. You just keep coming.
Sorry. Again, it's just... There's one Xeno that... I keep seeing it. I think. Maybe I'm just... I don't know. I haven't slept. I rewired the locks to the server core.
Should do it. Now we fight off another damn swarm. Get to cover.
It's almost like she knows how this game was designed or something.
Eyes up.
Okay, I'm gonna pop down some of these turrets. I don't know what this one does. I guess it just zaps them. I'll put it back here. I don't know why there's sometimes a music sting when you kill them. Is there an ammo box around here? There's the maintenance check from isolation. Well, there is ammo, but it's over here.
Who needs an aid kit? The army.
Got it, sir. She's here!
Ammo drop.
Monica, get out of there!
Okay, there's Monica. It's a xenomorph that hatched from his ex-girlfriend, who was brought in as a test subject. But like his very
That one
ex-girlfriend
knows
from
me,
like 20 years ago.
Followed me. And they made it in the lab on LV-895. It came up here with us. We didn't know until the woman it came out of. Her name was Monica.
Alright, so I guess we wrapped up that plot thread. I mean, these missions do seem decently long, but I hope not all of them are just like, go to a room, fight off a horde, go to the next room, press a button, fight off a horde. There's gotta be more crates in this room, right? Like, look how big this room is. I can see how this would also be a problem, is people going off to look for crates.
Those bastards for this.
I can't jump over that.
Look at this. Found an aid kit.
And that's not a real door. Great. But this also does feel very much like the run-and-gun difficulty. Vulnerability assessment drone. Does that assess my vulnerability as a person, or...
I got you.
The room I'm in?
Aid kit's
It's
here.
only supposed to be opened by company admins. Unlocking takes a couple minutes.
Sentry deployed.
Xenos will be drawn by the noise. Vibration, whatever, they'll come. Be ready.
Alright, I'm gonna throw down these mines I just picked up.
Time's up.
Just don't want to be too close or they'll set each other off.
Grabbing ammo.
Nice little minefield we've set up.
Time's up.
Is that an electric mine? Static grid.
Locks are dropping. I hope you can.
Got to the deck.
So I guess that's the thing I saw before that was zapping them as they come in. I guess I can't use the drone in here.
Rearming.
You see that one hanging out of the ceiling by its foot? Also, I just want to say that something I find very weird is this whole third-person versus first-person dialogue. Some people are just like, if it's not first-person, I won't play it, and vice versa. And I don't really understand that, because they're not dramatically different perspectives, honestly. Like, third-person, you can see a bit more around your body. First-person tends to give people motion sickness, because it is just your body. But people are like, oh, it's too bad that this game is third person only. I would have bought it otherwise. And I don't really get that. That's like someone who won't watch a television show because it's animated or live action, you know? They're basically just canceling out a whole subsection of media simply for being a type of media, not for like a specific genre or style. Or like people who are like, I don't like movies. Not like specific kinds of movies, just movies. You have to be, I think, pretty limited in your tastes if you don't like an entire form of media. I say that, but there are also a lot of people who don't read books, so I guess that also counts. And they don't seem to revive faster if you do it together. It's not Deep Rock Galactic.
Get eyes on me. Put in grenade kits.
Oh boy, they really come. I guess this is more of a stand-up fight than a bug hunt after all.
It's over. Oh, God. Finally.
The army.
My board's clear. Collect our man.
Oh, I think that was the drone.
Fuck.
Maybe somebody else already used one?
Suit. Stand by, Fireteam. New plan coming. Co, let's talk.
Alright. That was decent. I do want to see some of the other enemy types. Like, that's pretty much all the stuff I expected. But I want to see the weird stuff. Like the Prometheus black goop enemies that are in this. They're one of the factions. Alright. Turn to base. I guess thanks to Nori for sticking around with us for both missions, and to Pepsi Encourages Slavery for joining us here. I don't remember who the other guy was in the first one, so they've been forgotten. I should clarify that this Endeavor looks more like the Halo 4 onward ships than the original, very like blocky hexagonal ships. Because they felt the need when they switched over to 343 to streamline everything. I can't even be like GG. How do I close lobby? I don't know what I just did. Did I just kick both of us? I think I just kicked myself. Oh, power loader. Gotta have that in there somewhere. So apparently this actually takes a lot from the Aliens tabletop RPG, which came out last year? But that had kind of expanded on a lot of stuff and filled out the lore a bit on stuff that was not really decided. Alright, so I think, are you my requisitions officer?
That is a Seegson maintenance jack, a standard accessory included with each sale of Working Joe synthetics. The Working Joe was a class of low-sapient android popular last century. They were, if you will pardon my saying, an unsophisticated design.
So this is our bishop, our synthetic.
From Weyland-Yutani and Hyperdyne Systems served the high-end market. Seegson Company had neither the technical nor industrial expertise to compete. Working Joes were assembled from inexpensive commercial electronics. In a time when disguised synthetics were misused to monitor or discipline human employees, Seegson marketed with the slogan, "You always know a Working Joe." Their crude appearance was a selling point among those fearful of synthetic infiltration.
All right, so Esther is also our our lore lady.
I was asked to summarize Dr. Hoenekker's debriefing for you. He was assigned to Palace Station, a Weyland-Yutani research facility on the surface of LV-895. The Palace Station team developed weapons from Xenomorph XX-121. In particular, they explored the effects of a mutagenic agent. Xenomorphs and other test subjects were loosed by a containment breach. The majority of the staff perished.
And by majority, she means everybody except Hoenikker. I guess that's a spoiler for the novel, but I don't think anyone's fussed by that. Interesting that they went with the Xenomorph XX-121, which has been one of the potential names for this species over time. It's also funny, because in the novel, they have to, like, specify Xenomorph with a capital X is specifically, you know, the Xenomorph, whereas every other type of alien from LV-895 is just a Xenomorph, some type of, you know, alien form, which is what the word means. Also, they were trying to combine the black goop with the Xenomorphs to make even better Xenomorphs so that they could turn them into products. Not like bioweapons, but like, oh, we can make better marine armor if we transform the Xenomorphs.
Unclear. Small amounts were delivered by the company. The science team was not told its origin. They referred to it as pathogen. As biogenetics is not Dr. Hoenikker's specialty, he is unable to provide details.
So the pathogen is the black goop, and I'm pretty sure there is a engineer facility somewhere on the planet. They kind of hint at that. There's a lot of stuff in the novel that doesn't actually show up in the novel, but they just mention it, and I'm guessing that's because it shows up in here. Like the hunting lodge that one of the weirdo officers had before he got kicked off the planet, where he'd go out and just shoot wildlife.
No, his degree is in archaeology. He claims he was lured here by the promise of access to alien artifacts. Pardon, to be clear, I refer to artifacts from a technologically advanced alien civilization, not xenomorphs. Given that humanity has never recorded conclusive evidence of a tool using alien civilization, Dr. Hoenikker was understandably intrigued.
What about that time when Weyland-Yutani found out that humans were created by an alien race? You think that would still be in the history books, even though the Prometheus never came back?
Dr. Hoenikker and some of his colleagues fled Pala Station in a shuttle. It launched on a pre-programmed course to Katanga. Unfortunately, 2 creatures stowed aboard. They killed one, and you met the other, the mutated xenomorph he called Monica. The doctor was the only survivor.
And the other one was a chameleon kind of life form native to the planet that they then mutated with the black goop, and it's called a Leon 895. So those are an actual enemy in this. I've seen screenshots of them. They're one of the white-skinned black goop creatures.
You are familiar with the xenomorph reproductive process? It was gestated within a woman named Monica. Dr. Hoenikker seems unwilling to discuss it further. There was discord between the science team and Weyland-Yutani's manager, Administrator Bellows.
Ooh, that's important. It's in green.
Mr. Bellows ordered the use of human convicts to breed xenomorphs. Dr. Hoenikker doubtless hoped we had taken his employers into custody to face charges. Should you wish to review, I will...
Thanks for the talk.
An atypical number of... I am ready for any inquiry.
No, I didn't mean to skip
moment,
whatever she
please.
was saying there a second
I am
ago.
collating with Mother.
But yeah, I like that there's actually someone to talk to about that stuff. That they do attempt to introduce lore if you're interested in the lore and not just the shooting. Okay, Sergeant Park
Here's a speech. Pay attention.
is our requisitions
I'm
officer.
in the middle of 6 annoying things, and neither of us want you to become number 7. When you boarded, you got 4 basic field kits. Solid armat equipment, no frills. Enough to do your job. You got setups for rifle, heavy weapons, tech, and medical. Based on the missions you complete, you get assigned requisition credits. You come to me, ask for the equipment, and if you got the credits, I fabricate it for you.
Do you sell recreational gear in case I get bored between missions?
You're in the field, Boot. When you get back to port, hit the commissary or exchange. That's my official answer. Between you, me, and the bulkhead,
Though as always, the quartermasters can get you stuff under the table.
I also got a special inventory. Stuff to personalize your gear. I don't take requisition credits for that. We got an unofficial system. Anybody asks, just say you tactically acquired it.
So yeah, there's 2 currencies, one for cosmetics and one, I guess, for weapons and upgrades.
You can requisition new weapons, or attachment for weapons, or consumables, special ammunition, sentry guns, mines, whatever. I let Marines pick their own gear. You deploy with the wrong shit, you're the one who bites it, not me. Talk to your fire team, work out who's doing what.
So I do appreciate that there's apparently a fairly solid arsenal in this pulled from different alien stuff, though I do wonder if they have a sharp stick in this as one of the weapons.
Anything not on the racks, I can pull out.
Because I remember when Colonial Marines made a weapon based on, Hudson's little speech. There was a sonic electronic ball breaker and a sharp stick, and the sharp stick was like a railgun type thing that fired metallic stakes. Okay, so flamethrower. It's a weird bullpup flamethrower. Got another shotgun. I think the Medved is the shotgun from Isolation, isn't it? Scout. Flechette rifle. Okay, so there's a bunch more weapons here than just the stuff you start with. Different categories. Riot gun. What does that actually entail? It seems like it's an automatic pistol. Rocket launcher. Impact grenade launcher. Also, I guess I can't afford any of this stuff yet. I've only got 2,200, and this is all like 4,800. Magazines, scopes. I wonder how much of this stuff is multi-equipable, and it's not for a specific weapon. Because, like, it shows that it's either pulse rifle or shotgun, but that's just because that's what I have equipped right now. Also, did I unlock the stuff that I got at the end of the levels, or do I just have the option to unlock it now? Alright, so these are upgraded perks. And then perks that you can swap out with your other perks. And then consumables. So you can actually decide what consumables you want to bring in. You're not just stuck with whatever you picked up in the last mission.
Heard the
That's
new
cool.
track by Left Up Well? I read you. Let me check what I've got in the back channel.
Okay, so these are outfits. I mean, that's cool. I like that there's all this, customization stuff. Especially because it's third person. Like, something like Deep Rock, it's nice that it has the customization, but you don't see it except for on, like, the ending screen, so it's nice to have stuff that you'll actually see when you're running around. Okay, we got a bunch of color stuff. Also, this entire outbreak on Palace Station actually happened because of Hyperdyne, who were trying to spy on Weyland-Yutani. But they sent in an idiot to be their mole. And you got decals you can attach to your gun. So yeah, it sounds like they're going to be releasing more levels for this, and I feel like this is a good basis that they could kind of just touch on any part of the Aliens franchise. Like, they could do a mission where a Predator shows up if they wanted to. It's the same license. But, like, I think it's cool that they can kind of possibly slot that stuff in and not just have it attached to this original story. But that depends on how well it sells, I think, how well they'll actually support it. But I'm glad that stuff is not going to be DLC. It's just going to be available to everyone, so you'll always be able to play it with randoms. Oh. Okay, so you can spend this to just buy more cards. I wonder if you find those cards. I assume you do. I've actually always really found it weird when you have emotes in games and they're silent, even when there's something that should obviously be making noise. Alright, so yeah, that's Aliens Fireteam Elite. If I go into loadout here, I think we can equip that SMG. Oh, there's a burst rifle, so the SMG is probably a CQB. Yeah, so, I mean, it's nice that they give you a full-on set of stats for all these weapons if there's going to be a bunch of them, because a lot of the time it can be hard to tell when you have a big arsenal exactly what makes everything different. But then again, comparing a shotgun to an SMG is not super useful. I didn't realize I could put a color on this. There's that dragon fruit I got. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of this as Marines running around with goofy weapons, but even in Aliens, the squad of Marines did have quite a bit of personality to their uniforms. It seems like they're not as strict in regulating that stuff in the Colonial Marines, as long as you get the job done. But I've been Shadefyre, thank you for joining me for the start of this campaign, and I'm probably going to end up doing videos on the rest of the levels, because, you know, I like aliens, and I like talking about aliens, so maybe we'll check that out again in the future. But until then, you folks all take care.